Our planet and the life it supports is a tapestry of wonders, woven with threads of the bizarre, the astonishing, and the profoundly strange. We believe we have a grasp on its story, a narrative neatly packaged for us in textbooks and classrooms. You've been through school, you've taken tests, but I guarantee, they never taught you these. The curriculum of our youth, it seems, has omitted some of the most extraordinary details, the footnotes of history and science that reveal a world far more peculiar and magnificent than we could ever imagine. These are the tales from the margins, the secrets whispered by nature and echoed through the ruins of forgotten empires. We will journey together through the annals of time, across the vastness of space, and deep into the mechanics of life itself. We'll uncover historical oddities that sound like fiction, from emperors ambushed by rabbits to wars sparked by sporting events. We will gaze upon cosmic marvels like planets made of solid diamond, and peer into the hidden lives of creatures with abilities that defy our understanding of biology. This is not a test of memory, but an invitation to wonder, to see the familiar world through a new, and perhaps slightly bewildered, lens. Prepare to have your perception of reality gently, or perhaps violently, shifted. The facts we are about to explore are not just trivial curiosities, they are glimpses into the intricate and often baffling complexity of existence. They remind us that there is always more to learn, more to discover beneath the surface of the mundane. Here are 50 mind-blowing facts they never covered in class. And number 7 might actually keep you up tonight. Napoleon, a great emperor, was once ambushed by a horde of rabbits. Even Jimmy Carter, whom became president, claimed to see a UFO. For pearly whites, the ancient Romans used crushed mouse brains. You know, Cleopatra was actually closer in time to the moon landing than she was to the building of the pyramids. Kinda wild to think about, right? So there was this time when a soccer match actually ignited a war between nations. Yeah, it really happened. Imagine a distant world out there made entirely of glittering diamond. Seriously, a whole planet sparkling in space. So, that banana you ate, it actually contains radioactive potassium-40. Yeah, really. This alien-like creature, the octopus, has 3 hearts, and get this, 2 of them go dormant. You can actually make a lens from ice to start a fire. Sounds wild, but it totally works. You know, the average fluffy cloud actually weighs over 1,000,000 pounds. Yeah, it's kinda wild to think about. Something that looks so light and airy is actually incredibly heavy. These microscopic little creatures known as water bears can survive outer space. Seriously, they're almost impossible to destroy. And get this, when it comes to seahorses, it's actually the male who carries the young. Pretty amazing, right? Here's a biological mystery for you. Wombats actually produce cube-shaped droppings. Yeah, you heard that right, cubes. It's one of those strange wonders of nature that still puzzles scientists today. Sharks have one of the most extraordinary senses of smell in the animal kingdom. They can detect a single drop of blood in 1,000,000 drops of water, equivalent to a teaspoon in an Olympic-sized pool. This superpower helps them track prey from over a quarter mile away, even if the scent is incredibly faint. There's a jellyfish out there that can, well, basically turn back time. It can revert to its youth over and over again, making it, in a sense, immortal. It's just one more example of how life can be full of surprises. So, here's something kind of amazing. Your stomach lining actually regenerates itself to avoid being digested by your own stomach acid. Believe it or not, your nose can recall up to 50,000 different scents. That's, like having a huge library of smells stored in your memory. And get this, you are actually a little bit taller in the morning than you are at night. You know, your heart actually pumps with enough force to squirt blood up to 30 feet, about 9 meters. Over a lifetime you shed, like, 40 pounds of skin? Yeah, that's a whole lot of you just drifting away as dust. The Great Pyramid, believe it or not, maintains a constant internal temperature. It's kind of amazing how ancient structures can do that. The ancient stones at Baalbek, they weigh over 1,000 tons. It's honestly mind-boggling to imagine how these massive blocks, especially the famous Trilithon stones, were moved so long ago. We actually used their base 60 math for our clocks. It's kind of wild to think that something so ancient still shapes how we tell time every single day. Alexandria's library, wow, it held nearly 500,000 scrolls. Just picture that, so much knowledge gathered in one place and, well, most of it lost to history. Giant Peruvian geoglyphs are only visible from the sky. Hundreds once danced uncontrollably in the streets for days. In 1932, Australia's army lost a war to emus. Archaeologists have found edible honey in ancient tombs. Kinda crazy to think about, right? This shrimp's claw snap is actually louder than a gunshot. Seriously, it's one of nature's coolest tricks. Earth produces a constant low-frequency hum, totally unheard by humans. It's like the planet's own background music, just quietly playing on and on. So get this, a 12th century sword is actually embedded in stone in Tuscany. Can you believe it? Your brain, believe it or not, processes information faster than a supercomputer. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. The world's largest organism? It's not an animal at all, it's a fungus in Oregon. Seriously, that's pretty mind-blowing. It is known as the highest court in the land. The color magenta doesn't exist, it's a color your brain invents to bridge a gap. Goats have unique pupils that give them a wider field of vision. So back in 1908, a mysterious explosion flattened, get this, 80 million trees. There's actually a massive cloud of water vapor out there, about 140 trillion times all of Earth's oceans. The eruption of Krakatoa in 1883 was so loud it was heard 3,000 miles away. So here's something pretty wild. There is a centuries-old book written in an undecipherable language. Next up, we've got a powerful, ultra-low-frequency sound that was detected in the Pacific Ocean. Seriously, scientists still aren't totally sure what caused it. And just like a fingerprint, your tongue actually has a unique print. Kinda amazing, right? So back in 1814, a brewery flood actually sent a wave of beer through the streets. Crazy, right? This is honestly the longest living vertebrate known to science. It's just incredible to think about. A powerful, unexplained radio signal was received from deep space. To this day, no one really knows what it was. So get this, Venus rotates so slowly that its day is actually longer than its year. Pretty wild, right? This incredible bird called a lyrebird can, imitate almost any sound you can think of. It's honestly amazing. No one knows what the intricate ancient Roman dodecahedron objects were for. Ounce for ounce, bone is stronger than steel. Our planet holds trillions of trees, outnumbering the Milky Way's stars. And so, our journey concludes, but the world's capacity to astonish us is without end. From the cosmic to the microscopic, from the bizarre footnotes of history to the very mechanics of our own bodies, we are surrounded by an endless supply of wonder. The facts we've explored today are but a handful of sand from a boundless shore of knowledge, a shore that stretches far beyond the horizons of our formal education. What we are taught is merely a starting point, a map with vast territories marked here be dragons, or perhaps here be immortal jellyfish and cube-shaped poop. The true essence of learning is not in memorizing what is known, but in cultivating a sense of awe for all that remains unknown. It is the thrill of discovery, the quiet satisfaction of seeing the world in a new light, that fuels our curiosity. Mind blown yet? Which fact shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments. And subscribe for more strange truths from around the world. Let's continue to explore these hidden corners of reality together. The classroom, it turns out, is everywhere. It's in the sky above, the ground beneath our feet, and the strange, silent workings of our own hearts. The greatest lessons are often the ones we must seek out for ourselves, the ones that challenge our assumptions and expand our sense of the possible. Because sometimes, the weirdest lessons are the ones school forgot